Hello, we are Group 5, and today Umehra, Azan, Toyo, Emma, and Yoti will be discussing about quality standards. We will be discussing what are quality standards, when were quality standards created, why are quality standards important, how are quality standards implemented, and who created quality standards. What are quality standards? We cannot say that quality standards has a specific direct meaning, as quality has numerous conflicting meanings. What we can say is that the quality, on the terms of business quality, may refer to businesses working on improving their products, services, etc., to build on consumer and clientele satisfaction, and to also enhance and better business results. In order to meet the aim and improvement of such products and services, four important details are required to meet standard, which is requirements, guidelines, specifications, and characteristics. To put it into further detail, we can look at Gavin's 8 dimensions of quality, which are performance, which could be the operating characteristics. For example, a bike, it would be the comfort, wheel mobility, etc. Feature. Feature is like the attributes of the bike, like the bell. Reliability. The quality of the product not failing or having a problem. Conformance, meaning established standards. Durability would refer to product life and ability to last a long time. Serviceability would refer to speed, courtesy, competence, and ease of repair. Aesthetics, which is subjective, it can be based on the looks, feeling, taste, and sound of a product, depending on the consumer's preference. And perceived image, this could be an individual's subjective perception due to advertising, brand names, images, etc. For consumers nowadays, there are a lot of ways to see if businesses, products, and services have good quality standards. This can be by quality accreditation and accreditation. There are a few quality standardizations, but the main and most important one would be the International Standards Office, with the main one being the ISO 9000 series. There is also IATF 16949 2016, which is aimed at the quality standard and quality management systems for automotive supply. There's also REF, which is the Research Excellence Framework, and TEF, referring to the Teaching Excellence Framework in UK universities, and Ofsted in UK schools.
So, when exactly was quality standards invented? Like Emma mentioned before, the International Organization for Standardization, the ISO 9001, is a standard that is internationally agreed upon and is basically a set of documented rules and guidelines that provide clear criteria for implementing and maintaining a quality system and standards in your business. It is the most popular and most commonly used standard for quality management systems in the world. It is the only standard within the ISO series to which organizations can actually certify. And essentially, the first time these guidelines were brought out, the first time quality standards was invented. So the first ever ISO was released in October 1999 by the Society of Automotive Engineers and the European Association of Aerospace Industries. The latest version of the standard is ISO 9001 2015. Its criteria are based on 7 quality management principles, which I'll just briefly go over. The first one is the customer focus. You should be able to understand and fulfill your customers' needs. Second one being the leadership, which basically organizations should increase employees' motivation to help create a better working environment. The third one is the involvement of people. Organizations should recognize, empower, and enhance in the competence of people in the organization and their role in delivering quality products or services. The fourth one being the process approach, which basically means the organization should identify their essential business activities and consider each one of them as part of a process to further eliminate any wrongdoings that could happen. The fifth one is the continuous improvement. So obviously, an organization should always make improvements and make it a permanent business objective to make improvements and adjust to current problems. The sixth one, the evidence-based decision making. It's basically to use analysis of data to inform decisions. So obviously using previous data that was gathered for your organization that you should use to make better decisions to have a better outcome for your organization. And the last one being relationship management. An organization should recognize the interdependence of your business and its suppliers. So creating good relationships with customers, people around you will essentially help your organization grow. These seven principles describe which requirements your products, services, and organizations should have to meet the standards. Businesses often receive ISO certifications, the official recognition by a certification body that your business has achieved an ISO 9001 quality management standard. An organization can choose to implement a quality management system without seeking ISO certification. While certification obviously has its benefits and might reassure your customers that your products and services will meet their expectations, many businesses can benefit from using the standard without actually getting ISO certified. But a company should definitely aim to get certified, as it would also just allow customers to trust your company a lot more, because obviously being certified means a lot of, that you meet those seven criterias, and it's just very important for customers and other organizations to know that you're a trustworthy organization. And yeah.
Why are quality standards important? Having good conditions. Having good quality standards ensures superior quality products and services for the customers. Loyal customers. Customers will be satisfied with the high quality of the service or product and will become loyal customers. Cost efficient. It increases revenue and higher productivity rates for the organization, also helping to reduce waste and inventory. Satisfies the needs and wants of the customers. Having a good quality standard allows for the organization to produce products or services that the customer would actually want or need. Safety. Provide safety for the employees in the work environment, for example, in factories and in warehouses, wearing blue bibs and safety hats. The company's image. Lastly, good quality standards can build a good reputation with other organizations. For example, partnerships with other organizations and future trades in the business world.
There are several ways in which quality standards can be implemented, and these methods can be attributed to the philosophies of the gurus and the techniques and procedures that they introduced. Quality standards by management. The philosophy of Kaizen, which means continuous improvement, was popularized by Masaki Imai and influences quality standards by encouraging businesses to aim for consistent, gradual improvement in their performance. Quality standards by statistical analysis. Initially brought to the attention of businesses by Dr. W. Edwards Deming and later developed by Dr. Genichi Taguchi, the science of statistical analysis allows management to closely monitor performance and recognize flaws which would otherwise not be identified. Quality standards by design. Quality standards can be implemented through a zero defects philosophy. Supported by Shigeo Shingo and Phil Crosby, this is the idea that quality issues can be prevented through good initial design and the right first-time approach. In this case study, the Kaizen Institute conducted a company-wide transformation on a Portuguese food production company which has 90% market share in the pasta market. They identified many issues with the organization. It was found that teams were not held accountable for results, employees were unaware of their performance, there were no incentive measures for work improvement, and employee involvement was limited. Through workshops and meetings, they implemented changes in key areas such as team organization, workplace organization, standardization, and problem solving. As a result, the company saw a dramatic increase in key performance indicators, including a 9% increase in global efficiency and a 26% reduction in material waste.
Mr. Schuhart's approach to statistical analysis was drastically different from that of his other colleagues. Through consistently testing his ideas in addition to other people's ideas, Mr. Schuhart understood the significance of being an observer of all of the developments occurring in the world of science and technology. Dr. Duran's reputation in the field of quality management spread on a worldwide scale. In 1954, the Japanese Scientists and Engineers Union welcomed Dr. Duran to Japan for the discussion over certain techniques and some theories he had developed over the years. During his time there, he held sessions with middle and senior level managers from a variety of firms in Japan, fully describing how to incorporate quality control exercises into their processes. While Dr. Duran often gets praised for his establishment of quality control, even dubbed the father of quality, the quality management systems we have incorporated now would likely not exist without the contributions of another iconic father of quality, William Edwards Deming. Born in 1900 in Iowa, USA, he was initially educated as an electrical engineer, but then specialized in mathematical physics, which aided him in developing sampling techniques which get used on a global scale present day. By the age of 28, he had gained degrees in both engineering and mathematical physics, later receiving his doctorate in mathematical physics from the University of Yale. Spending the following decade giving lectures and writing in the fields of maths, as well as statistics with physics, he developed a keen interest in Walter Schuhart's principles on statistical quality control. More specifically, Mr. Deming's interest in expanding Mr. Schuhart's techniques for manufacturing led its application to general management and other administrative activities. Mr. Deming was incredibly successful in applying Schuhart's methods to war manufacturing during World War II, where through process control and the use of statistics, helped the army forces speed up inspections without sacrificing their safety. Engineer and statistician Genichi Taguchi was among one of the engineers to develop a methodology for the application of statistics and for the improvement on the quality of manufactured goods. Initially studying textile engineering at Kyoto Technical College with the intention of entering a family business, the escalation of the Second World War led him to being drafted into the Japanese Navy's Astronomical Department of the Navigation Institute. In addition, other Japanese scientists and engineers like Dr. Kaoru Ishikawa, a professor in the engineering faculty in Tokyo, has also played a great role in the development of quality procedures in Japan. Since quality management systems are vital to businesses and organizations, certain certifications, as mentioned before, are necessary to meet the requirements of specific services and manufactured products. The International Organization for Standardization introduced the idea that a quality management system can influence the quality of a service or a given product in the 1970s. Despite this, it was not until the 1980s that the International Organization for Standardization implemented standards for the United Kingdom into its international guidelines, and they further published their first ISO 9000 in 1987.